Alright guys, here we go. Get the engine all set up. Next we'll be putting a new clutch flywheel in here. I got them all ready over there. Alright guys, here we go. Here's a new clutch kit right there, part number. We got everything here. The flywheel as well. EJ25 engine, here we go. We got the brand new rear main seal installed already. Check that out video. I had a little clip on that installing. All the bolts, it's all ready to go right there. And this is the tools that we're gonna need. The impact, you don't really need one. Torque wrench, 14mm socket, and then a sheet right here for installing. Torque spec for that bolt is gonna be 55 foot-pounds for the flywheel, and then for the pressure plate is 11 foot-pounds right there. All right, so let's get started. For some vehicle, you need a Loctite on this, but on the Subaru you don't need a Loctite. If you want to put a Loctite, go ahead. You can use the red or the blue. But when this is the old one, I reuse the old bolt. So just put it in there like that, hand tight. All right, so let's just bottom all these bolts out, bottom it out. All right, 55 foot-pounds right here. Let's torque all these bolts to spec. All right, so when you guys torque this thing to spec, this flywheel will move, so we're gonna have to lock it in place. There's a special tools that you're gonna need to lock this, but I seen this on the other video. I did this on a flywheel for the Honda Prelude, so you're just gonna have to grab like a combination wrench right here, put it on the pin, and let it rest to the stud right here. Alright guys, there we go, torque to spec. This is nice, ready to go. Look at this tool right here. This thing is freaking awesome. So that's how you hold the flywheel so they won't move. Next, we're gonna put a pilot bearing right here. We're gonna pound this in. Alright, so installing this pilot bearing, you're gonna need a socket, 24mm socket. It's just perfect. Look at this. It's perfect right in the right size. So we'll install this. It doesn't matter which way. Socket and then the hammer. Make sure it's square off. A little bit more. Okay, looks like it's good. It's nice and flush. The bearing to the flywheel. That's what we want, okay? Flush right in. Alright guys, so we got all the bolts all around here. This is the 12mm socket to get all those bolts. Some vehicle, depends on what kind of vehicle you're working on. You can put Loctites on each of these bolts, but on the Subaru, you don't need Loctites. On the service information, it doesn't tell me putting a Loctite on there. So we're gonna bottom all this bolt down, and then we're gonna torque it to spec right after. You can see I went crisscross when I do that so that everything is all even out, and the pressure plate will go in nice and square off, not crooked or anything. Make sure, keep an eye on this dowel pin right here. There's 3. Make sure those are nice and straight and it's coming out of the hole. So by the look of this is nice, perfect. We're gonna torque this to spec, crisscross. Make sure you grab a marker so that you know that torque to spec, and put a mark so that you know that that one's done, so you can skip and move on to the next bolt. Alright, so torque spec for all these bolts on the pressure plate, 12 foot-pounds. That's what it says on the service information. Grab a marker so that we could mark everything down. Alright, let's start with the corner over here. All right, guys, so you can see after going crisscross on each of this bolt, and I put a mark so that I know it's been done. After that, you go all around, so make sure everything is all torque to spec. Go all around, and I use this combination wrench to jam it right here so that it will hold the flywheel steady while I'm torquing all these bolts. So this is good, ready to go. There's a tool right here that you're gonna put it in here so that make sure it's nice and lined up to the spline of the disc, and then line up to the pilot bearing inside in there. So this is how you install this clutch pressure plate and flywheel. Throw up bearing, we're gonna install that later on. We're gonna have to install it together with the transmission and the fork. We're not gonna put that on here right now. There's a special way to do that. There's a special procedure, so stay tuned on that one. I'm gonna show you how to install the throw up bearing. Okay, so that's it, guys, on this video. Thanks for watching. We're gonna be dropping this in to the hole right there. This is ready to go. It's all nice and prep. Just double check, make sure everything is all installed, all the small little pieces, small little part. And then after that, we'll drop it into the hole over there. So stay tuned on that. But for now, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up on the video. See you guys again on the next one.